Hey, what's up, guys? Today is still day 184 of my semen retention streak. I am reading through a book called, what's it called? Semen Retention Miracle. Yo, it's late. I should be going to bed. And I was like, screw it. I'm going to go through another chapter and record this for you guys. So Semen Retention Miracle. There are so many gems in books like this, guys. So much wisdom. The only problem is that it's buried in pages and you have to go find it. And most people do not have the time and the bandwidth to go find it. So what I'm going to start doing on this channel is, if I find a good book that I think is valuable for you guys, I'm just going to start going chapter by chapter, doing a quick read through, highlights, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and my experience as it relates to it. And then that's a way for you guys to acquire more knowledge. And again, when you're doing this, it's the more knowledge you can acquire, the more conviction you can build, and then you can use that conviction to get on a really long streak. So that's been a big secret to my streak, getting to this 184 days right now. So here we go. If you like this, drop questions of topics that you are interested in. Like, subscribe, follow along if you want to. Cool. Everything you need to know about semen. Here we go. Before we dive deeper into the history and ancient wisdom regarding semen retention, that'll come in future chapters, it's important first to understand semen's biology. To that end, let's explore the nutrients and energy it contains and how it is replenished. Here you'll learn everything you always wanted to know about semen but were afraid to ask. I don't think anybody really... I haven't thought about it, but hey, maybe you have. Just so you know, this chapter is quite dense, necessarily, and we go into the biological details. You can skip ahead and get to the more practical aspects of the book if you wish, but if you stay, you will be armed with detailed medical information as to why semen is so precious. In fact, you'll know just as much as most doctors about the topic. So let's first look at how your body creates it. Now, I'm going to be very clear here. I attempted to read through this thing, and I got most of it, but guys, there's some really dense topics here. Y'all will leave. You're not going to watch. You're not going to watch a video of me reading most of this stuff. So I stripped it down to just the core parts, the important parts that I know you're going to be able to comprehend and resonate, that won't put you to sleep. So stick around, guys. Again, this is actually really valuable information. It's going to build your conviction. It's going to make it easier to get better at this. Semen production. You might have never thought about this before, but semen isn't just produced in the testicles. In fact, the process involves your brain, your endocrine system, and your autonomic nervous system, as well as your testicles. In a sense, it takes a village to produce semen, and the village in this scenario is your entire body. Now, next couple pages, they get real sciencey. We're skipping. We're going to pick up here. Erection and ejaculation. The system that controls erection and ejaculation is called the autonomic nervous system. If you read that as automatic instead of autonomic, it's okay. You're not far off. In fact, the autonomic nervous system controls your body's unconscious processes, like breathing. You don't have to think about breathing. You just do it. It's automatic. And if you try to hold your breath until you die, you can't. You'll just pass out. The autonomic nervous system will take over and you'll start breathing again. The same system controls both erection and ejaculation. The autonomic nervous system is made up of two different parts, the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, if you guys don't know much about the nervous system here, listen up. This is actually really valuable information. These two parts are like two sides of the same coin. Your sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight nervous system. When stimulated, it gets your body ready for action so that you can survive an attack. That means your heart rate increases, as does your breathing rate. There are a number of other physical responses to the hormones released when this system is activated. I'll quick do this other part, and then I'll tell you what I'm thinking. The parasympathetic nervous system is the other side of the coin. It calms you down after the excitement has passed. You can think of it as your chill and relax system. These systems work in coordination to produce an erection and ejaculation. When a man is aroused, the parasympathetic nervous system is stimulated to relax certain muscles. The relaxation of these muscles allows blood to engorge the tissue of the penis, resulting in an erection. The parasympathetic nervous system also sends an excitatory what the word is that? Excitatory. I've never seen that word in my life. Excitatory message to whatever, the seminal vessels and the prostate gland. Okay? When a man has an orgasm, this is the main part here. The sympathetic nervous system takes over. Your fight or flight system takes over during this orgasm. It ultimately causes a constriction of the blood vessels that engorge the penile tissues with blood that cuts off the blood flow into the tissues, resulting in a loss of the erection. Here's an interesting one. When semen is ejaculated, it travels at approximately the velocity of 11 miles per hour. That's wild. At this point, I'm sure you're starting to get the idea that in this process, it's a lot more complicated than how we're used to thinking about it. It truly takes a village, and that village has to be well nourished for the entire process to run smoothly and produce healthy, fertile sperm. That's why it's important to understand the essential vitamins and minerals required for healthy sperm production. So this next part is going to talk about the nutrients and everything. My takeaway from that, guy, just that little part, guys, is reminders like, as a man, like when we want to go like have pleasure, release, right? You're not thinking about your body as a whole during this process at all, right? That doesn't come to mind. It's just like, oh, I'm horny. I want some, right? Your whole body is working its freaking tail off to create this stuff and make it happen, right? The energy that is used to switch into fight or flight in and of itself, guys. It's like if you see a bear and you stay in parasympathetic, you're gonna die if a bear is after you, right? That's why you switch to fight or flight. You flight. But it uses a ton of your resources up. That is wild to think that just from releasing, guys, just from sex and all this stuff, you are literally shifting your body into that. This just confirms the whole concept of the French calling ejaculation la petite mort, little death, as it's pulling the best cells from every organ of your body to create this fluid to release it. Something to think about when you're feeling these urges, right? It's like, okay, no, this is a whole body thing. If I'm working on healing and balancing my body, this is a tax across my entire body to release right now, which completely defeats the purpose of doing semen retention, trying to like heal my body, right? Oh, it's just a relapse. I can start again. Yes, but like it's taxing. And if you're in a place where, guys, you're dealing with chronic health issues, if you're dealing with long-term just side effects of life that you're trying to reverse and heal, right? These are critical taxations. All right, essential vitamins and minerals for sperm production. There are a number of nutrients that are essential to the process of sperm production. Let's look at each one of these. Zinc. This is a big one. This is one of the main components found in the testes, sperm, and in the semen. It is 30 times more concentrated in the semen than it is in the blood. Think about that. And remember, in the first chapter, they were saying how semen, one drop of semen equates from anywhere from 40 to 80 drops of blood. Do you realize how much work, guys, your body has to do and how vital that fluid is? Like how important that is? Your body's gonna work its tail off to make this. Now, how many drops are in a release, right? Think about that, it's crazy. It is not produced by the body, zinc isn't, and therefore must be included as part of a healthy diet. It is found in meat, dairy products, eggs, and legumes like quinoa, chickpeas, lentils. Some research has shown that a deficiency in zinc is associated with a lower sperm count as well as a decrease in testicular weight, shrinking of the tubules. Interesting. Zinc is also found in the sperm's tail It helps distribute energy to the sperm cell so the sperm cell can swim and navigate through obstacles. Interesting. Okay, so zinc is an important one. Selenium, guys, it's another vital mineral for sperm production. Cool. Shiitake mushrooms have it. Oatmeal, tofu, shellfish, lean pork. I don't like eating pork. Its main function is to act as an antioxidant. It is present in large concentrations. It protects stem cells as they engage in cell division, meiosis. These processes require a lot of energy, and the utilization of that energy produces a lot of waste products known as free radicals. A deficiency of selenium can affect the sperm's motility, that is, ability to move. The sperm's midpiece is its engine. Without an engine, they cannot move. Let me do this one quick. There's actually not much left here, so bear with me, guys. There are also some important vitamins required for sperm production. This includes B12, A, E, C. B12 is found in animal products and fermented vegetables. Carrots, broccoli, cantaloupe, squash all contain vitamin A. Vitamin E is found in spinach, almonds, sunflower seeds, broccoli. Lastly, vitamin C is found in citrus fruits, tomatoes, peppers, cauliflower, cabbage, and yes, broccoli. I'm telling you guys, when you are addicted to releasing, you don't realize the nutrients, the vital nutrients that you are giving up every single time. How much healing and repair could your body do with that nutrients? This is something that I'm really enjoying, guys, is the longer that I get on this streak, again, today's 184 days, I'm telling you, it's just subtle stuff, guys. Like, even if you get not a lot of sleep, I still have the energy and the mental clarity and just like to accomplish the day and get stuff done. I firmly believe that is because my body is holding on to these nutrients and using them and like putting them to work because I have them, right? Just think about it, guys. Whenever you're going to release, like, do I want to release these resources right now, or would I rather keep them in me and put them to work? Here we go. Depletion and replenishing of sperm. The whole process of creating sperm, maturing sperm, takes an average of 64 to 74 days from start to finish. This means that it can take about 2 months for your sperm cells to mature inside your testes. I've talked about this a lot. There's some people that would say it's closer to 70, some closer to 80, whatever. I kind of just round up to 90 and go with 90. But guys, when you have fully matured sperm holding this energy, think about the power, the life force that these things hold. The high vibrational life that you can create with it. Now think of the energy of holding that in. Think of what holding that energy in and allowing it to be reabsorbed into your body and used. Think about what that can do for you. My biggest realization in the past few weeks has been our reproductive organs. Perhaps the main function is that they reproduce us. And procreating and creating life is a secondary function. But like the main use function is that they recreate us. Isn't that interesting? And we're trained and programmed to not value it and to not use it properly. Something to think about. Let me know your thoughts on that. That was a recent discovery, hypothesis, shift. I don't know. Recent take. Interesting. So here we go. After the maturation period, they're pushed out into the epididymis. And I still don't know what that is, but it takes an additional 14 days for the sperm to fully mature there. So takes 74. This is where you get close to 90, guys. If it's going to be 74 plus 14, now you're getting to 88. This is where the 90 days comes from. It's all in the books. It's all in the books. This means that it takes nearly 3 months for the whole cycle of maturing your sperm to be concluded. Seminal fluid is a bit different. The substance is more readily available since it is replenished every 2 days. Although it is produced quicker, it still uses resources to replenish it. Throughout these processes, your body is investing energy in the form of glycogen and fructose. That's in addition to the energy required to make the hormonal messages needed to trigger the processes in the first place. Thus, sperm takes longer to replenish than seminal fluid, which may be why people are under the impression that sperm can't run out. In reality, it's impossible to ejaculate with a high concentration of seminal fluid but a low sperm count or quality. It is possible, therefore, to deplete your sperm. Now that you know that it takes about 2 or 3 months for the process of replenishment to take place, you might wonder if there could be other areas of your life that might benefit from these resources. I'm going to read that part again for you. Now that you know that it takes about 2 or 3 months for the process of replenishment to take place, you might wonder, could there be other areas of your life that might benefit from these resources? When thinking about the processes of cell division and new cell growth, it is important to view it from an economic perspective. The body has a certain amount of resources that are distributed to different processes, such as maintaining your current metabolic processes, helping your immune systems fight off infections, and new cell growth. You can always produce energy itself. However, there are more finite resources involved here, such as the essential nutrients we've discussed, which can be depleted. That's a key way in which semen retention can be beneficial. It can redirect energetic resources to other areas of your body, and the resulting energy can act as jet fuel for your success in different areas of your life. I'm going to read that part again. It can redirect energetic resources to other areas of your body, and the resulting energy can act as a jet fuel for your success in different areas of your life. With this understanding of semen production and the energetic requirements for the processes, it's possible to look at ways in which you can utilize those resources in other areas of your life. It's an ancient process. We're not just making this stuff up, guys. We're remembering this. It's an ancient process, and we'll look at its origins in the next chapter. By the way, if you did it, well done. Blah, 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 blah. I skipped a lot. Don't congratulate me. Okay, so in this chapter, guys, we discussed how sperm are produced. Some of those other ones got into how hormones are involved, what's involved in the erection, the ejaculation, the production of the seminal fluid, necessary vitamins and minerals for the maturing process, the depletion and replenishment of the sperm, okay? That's the chapter. Easy peasy. And my page fell out. Fantastic. The next chapter is going to be really freaking good because it gets all into the ancient wisdom of semen retention. I geek out over that stuff. We're going to get in a little bit of like chi and there's a lot of good stuff in here. Transmutation and alchemy. But here's what I'm going to say about this, guys. The most important part, in my opinion, of that chapter is the fact that it is hitting home the fact that it essentially takes 3 months for that regeneration, that maturing process of the sperm, the fluid, and everything to complete. 3 months. If you are releasing every day, some of you frick, my camera storage cut out there for a second, and I despise going and adding videos together at the end, whatever. What I was going to say is this, guys. If some of you are releasing daily, multiple times a day, well, many times a week, right? Even if it might not be as much as most people, but think about it. If it's taking 3 months to replenish that resource back to optimal conditions, and if to do that and create this fluid and this resource and everything, it's pulling from all the other things in your body that could be using it for, how much damage are you doing? Where could you be if you prioritized using that energy in different ways and processes for your body? And this is why the whole book is focused. This will be my thumbnail. This is why the whole book, guys, is focused around the secret to health, wealth, and longevity, because it's all about diverting the resources, taking the resources that you would otherwise use and spend to create this stuff and release this stuff all the time, redirecting it in your life in different healthy ways. That is really the whole point of this practice. So that is the takeaway I hope you got from that. Again, I tried to skip the boring sciencey parts and get to the good parts for you. The next chapters will be better. So let me know your thoughts. Did it make sense? Did it resonate? Let me know. Peace, love, abundance to you all. I will catch you on the next one.